In 3D modeling, the texture is what make or break your model and depend on how realistic it will look. In this video, we're going to look how to utilize the latest AI technology to help us to create a true PBR materials that we can use it in different cases. And specifically, we'll look how we can create a tree bark or other elements and using in the plant factory to create tree that we can sell after on multiple platforms. And different on what AI generator using, they all will work somewhat similar. Some it's make a little bit easier, some a little bit harder. First, we'll need to generate our image. And don't worry if you don't have it, all of these normal bump maps, all these other ones, we'll generate them later. So right here you can see I generated the bark and it was using Midjourney. Most important in our command, it is last -- tile. That is meaning it makes seamless on the edges, and we can use this image later and it will stitch very well together. If you don't have these options, for example, if you're using ChatGPT or, for example, Stable Diffusion in some cases, if you don't have the tile options, that I will show you also how we can do this inside the Photoshop. So right here, let's say we created our tile, our image one way or another. Inside the Midjourney, it is style. So be sure you just write like texture, whatever you want, bark material, -- tile, and it will create in this case. Keep in mind, when you create tile, you cannot upscale, so it's come with low resolution. And usually what I do, it is utilizing applications to upscale. I do prefer Gigapixels, and they just released a new version. I'll put a link down below for you, which is actually can up 600 times. I mean, it's insane how much they can upscale. And the same techniques they're using inside the videos. I'm also preparing 2 videos on a review how the new Gigapixel does work better, worse than before, what it does, and also on a videos as well. So be sure you click that notification button, subscribe to know when those videos is out. But even here you can see we have it only twice increasing in size, and it's a beautiful. Look at this. It's a very nice increased resolution. I do sometimes utilize Magnifique AI. Again, a link will be down below as service, but problem is does not support tiling. It will mess up something. Gigapixels will increase resolution without messing up and add details that I don't want. So it's work very well in this case. However, if you don't have a tile, then for your best way going inside the Photoshop. So example in Photoshop, we'll going and we'll put it one image inside. And you notice problem with some of these images, you need see for this border, you see how it's darker. So if we're using this later in the texture, those darkers will give it us square, so we can see tile. And luminosity is what give it quite a bit away. Well, let's fix some of these problems. So here we're going to filter, offset, and by the way, this is image. Let's go look on the image size. This is 1000 by 1000. So when we're going to filter, offset. Okay, where's my other offset? And we're going to switch horizontal by 500 and vertical by 500. So what we've done, we'll put this image on middle. Look what's happening right here. We definitely can see some of the seamless. Next, we can, with a new Photoshop, you can actually do this much easy. You'll just select these areas that you want to replace, like this. Okay. There you go. And we'll just go generative, generate fill. It's all, I mean, the new AI technology inside of Photoshop make it much easy. The old school will use it probably clone tool and stamp. And look what's happening. It is gone. Right here, I still have it a little bit darker. So I can also just select those areas, generate, and create, just to replace some of those darker areas. So we'll repeat this once, and it should be actually work very well after this. Okay, there you go. Let's go press Ctrl-Shift-Alt-E to combine together, and we're going to filter, just click offset, and it's again will set this way. So you can see Now it's a seamless. That is easy by using AI inside the Photoshop. If you don't have it and you use it, for example, different photo editing applications, just use it, clone and stamping tool to same things. Just fill up those areas. All what we do is be sure the borders is seamless for us. One way or another, you creating your seamless texture. But right now, it's just the colors. It's nothing, it's just the cover. So next step, let's convert this with another AI applications inside the PBR tools. And for this, I'm going to use it ArmorLab. You also, ArmorLab available for you to purchase if you want to support creators. It's what actually I did. I purchased for myself because product that I like support people. And it's very inexpensive. It's like $15-20. It's very inexpensive. But it's also available on a GitHub. So I'll put a link for you down below if you want to go there, take a code and download it. Also notice as it on GitHub, it is still actively updating. So the application is still developing all the time. Well, what I'm going to do is showing you if you download it and used applications. So for this, we'll just going and open our ArmorLab applications. And in this application, you'll notice you have your nodes on the middle, included our image textures, and you can easily add those nodes by clicking input and say like image texture. So there you go, we just put it one more. And this is how you start. And next we can go ahead and connect color to color. And as well, right here, we already have it one texture applied, but generally you just simply drag and drop or click on the texture and specify the path. I mean, that's all. It's so simple. By the way, this application also can upscale. It's not going closer with how Geekapixel can do, because Geekapixel definitely can do better job on upscaling. Well, it's what they specialize, but it's still doing a very great job if you don't need it. And you can see right here, you have a 2, 4, 8, and 16K. So it's upscale quite a bit large. Next, by the nodes, you can see it's coming to color image. We also can use it separate alpha if we need it. It's a photo to PBR when take and processing. And we have it our output, base color, occlusion, roughness, metallic, normal, and height. Not necessarily all of the channel can be available. It depends on what texture is using. And actually AI did great job on recognize this. We also can click on a texture here and preview how this texture will look in a tiling. This is another step to help you determine if you still see those seams in your texture. So in this case, you can preview and say, it's look good, I don't need worried, so let's continue. After this, all what you need to do is just click and export. After you exporting, depending on what nodes is available, you will have these separate files. Look, it's actually very beautifully create for us the height, which we can use it as displacement if we need it. We'll have it our normals, occlusion, and we have it our roughness. Metallic currently is not present, so if we have it metallic elements, it will be here as well. After this, we're ready to use this material as PBR in our models. And here's a currently, I just very fast and simple create tree. And if you're not familiar with the Plan Factory, it is application from Eon Software. And recently announced it's completely free. I mean, this application going on the same level as Speed Tree, but the Speed Tree, you need to pay subscription. And you know me, how I'm going against subscriptions applications. I hate them, okay? I don't like subscriptions. I think it's a... anyway, we won't go in politics now, okay? But this application is completely free. Well, they stopped developing for now, but Vue and Plan Factory is completely free, and you can develop commercial product. So it's meaning like this, that tree, what I created in matter of few minutes, very easy. We apply texture. I can export this as a static or dynamic plans and sell this on different platform for the video games or anything. Big plus about this, that tree is not static. For example, I can go here and try, and you can see different variations of the tree I can create it. Well, if you're more interested, I have many of the videos. Literally, I have hundreds, thousands videos, I think, about the plant factory, and more of them coming. So be sure you check those videos below if you're interested in this applications. But right now, we don't going about this. Right now, what I want showing, it is I have my root, I have a trunk, I have the branches, and I have a loop on my branches to create teeny tiny branches in this case. And I need to create my texture for this. So currently I'm just applying texture right here is in materials. I took and applied to my trunk. There are, because it's a parent, it will propagate to my branches as well. But usually you want a little bit different materials for the branches. And you can do this by going specifically to those nodes and modify there. Well, right here we have our materials. Let's go double time click to open our material editor. And in material editor, when you create new, be sure it's set stuff to PBR materials. And when you switch, you will have all of these options available for you. All what we need to do at this point is just click on one, select to map it picture, and load it our image in. Next, you can use it bump map height as well. If you want, you can use height on a bump map or displacement. Normals, same, we just open normals. In displacement, I would recommend be a little bit careful, because if you have a too high displacement, you will see some artifact. So let me show you, for example, if I'm going to set just 1 meter, yes, crazy displacement, look how it's break here. And beside, if I'm going, you see what's happening, how it's my texture going very berserk kind of looking, because it does not map it properly. Yes, so I need to go and set to the 10 centimeters, and now, yep, it's look good. Right here we still have a little bit problem, you see right there. So it's meaning I need to rework a little bit better. Probably it will be like 5 centimeters will work better on the displacement if I need to do, or increase the resolution of our mesh. So multiple ways we can access, but you can see how easy it was creating. Next, we have it roughness, same from the map we're using, and we have it our ambient occlusion, put it there. Of course, you have it a little bit more like metallic, you have it clear coat and other ones. You could create different maps, but those maps not currently created in these applications. So in technical, we created very beautiful and a nice texturing for our plan, for our model, and in a matter of few minutes. I know not everyone have access to some of these applications, so I actually generated a bunch of different textures, and I'm packing them. They're honestly not yet completed, but soon when I'm done, they will be available on my Patreon channel. For you who support me in watching these videos, I will also put link down below for you, so you can click and download it. It's a free, but you still need to register as Patreon. An extensive pack with all maps and everything in PBR will be available for you to my subscribers Patreon. Well, that is about all what I want to show. It's how easy and nice creating with special tools with AI, and I hope you find this video useful for you. Please subscribe, like, share. Thank you for your support, and I'll see you